Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Star Wars Age of the Republic, Darth Maul. This particular issue is called Ash. It is a one-shot. Let's get into who actually made this comic book. So we got Jody Hauser on writing, Luke Ross on art, Java Tartaglia on colors, VC's Travis Lanham on letters, Paulo Rivera on cover art. Luke Ross and Nolan Woodard did a variant cover, and another variant cover by Mike McCone and Guro FX. All right, so, eh, this was okay. You want to know what happened in the comic book? I'll tell you exactly what happened in the comic book. Every single other Darth Maul story that has ever been told happened in this comic book. Yeah, that's right. There's maybe 2% of the stories out there that haven't been told in this particular way. Those are the really memorable ones, like in the first and last appearance, and a couple other appearances in the Clone Wars. More specifically, his final appearance, which I think was in Rebels, which I never actually watched that show, Rebels, but I did watch that episode, or at least those scenes, because those were freaking awesome. Anyhow, yeah, those are the really special ones. But most stories are exactly like this. It's Darth Maul. He's pretty damn good at fighting. He looks really awesome. Oh, the art in here is amazing. It's superb. But he's really impatient, and his master is, Darth Sidious. Is just like, you're stupid, you're impatient, and I don't care how good a fighter you are. You need to stop because I have unlimited power, and you just have a double-bladed lightsaber. So, shh. And I'm just waiting for you to get killed so I can go get Count Dooku. I've already got him in the back burner. It's there was absolutely no purpose for this book to come out. I'm not here to insult the writing. I'm not at all. I'm not here to insult anything. I am here to insult, if necessary, the idea that we actually needed another one of these Darth Maul stories. A Darth Maul story can't be told in one issue. This was unfair. This is handcuffing a writer. Hog tying him, maybe even, and I can't believe I said hog tie in 2018. It's almost 2019, so I dodged that bullet. But then throwing this writer in a closet and saying, okay, now write. Like, a character like Darth Maul, you want to get a good story, even a 6-issue limited series didn't do so hot, did it? Like, that just happened earlier in the year, last year. Yeah, last year. There was a 6-issue limited series. It wasn't enough time to tell a Darth Maul story. You need time. You need a really good amount of time to tell a story that's going to make people go, oh, wow. But more than that, there's only but so much you can do with Darth Maul, because his story, for the most part, has been completely told as it stands. What else can you possibly tell with a Darth Maul story? The rest of this is probably just going to be a rant on the idea of, here's this amazing character that we love. I mean, dude, like, this was a horrible, terrible thing that the prequels did, that the Phantom Menace did. And we've seen it before in the original series, the original trilogy. His name was Boba Fett there. You know what I'm saying? And even his father, Jango Fett, they did the same thing with him in the prequel. So they done Darth Maul dirty. They done Jango Fett dirty. Like, here's some amazing characters. And they just, we're just here to kill you. Why? Why get me invested in this totally awesome character? The good guys are only as cool as the bad guys they defeat and the adversaries they have to defeat. And they just killed everybody pretty much the first time they came into conflict with them. I mean, why was the original trilogy so great? Why was The Empire Strikes Back so great? Because the first time Luke came in contact with Darth Vader, he realized he was ill-prepared. He got his butt handed to him. Funny I said hand, no pun intended, but, oh, it's there. And then in the next movie, he came back and he took him out. And it's like, but even then, the way that the Emperor was defeated, like, there's serious problems with these movies, and very specifically with how they just kill the bad guys right away. I mean, come on now. Come on now. So, this comic book suffers from the exact same thing. Darth Maul came, he saw, and he got his butt kicked and chopped in half, There's only but so much you can do with this character who is extremely impatient. One of the best Darth Maul stories I've ever seen, I've ever read before, was the one where he came back, a clone of him, to fight Darth Vader to see which one was actually better. And Darth Vader had to, spoilers, stab himself in order to get at Darth Maul, who was behind him. And the comment that Darth Vader made, because the whole conversation was, I hate this and I hate that and I hate all these things. That's the Sith way. What do you know about the Sith way? What do you know about hate? What do you hate? And he says, I have more hate than you could possibly imagine. I hate myself. I did a terrible job at explaining that comic book, but I wasn't expecting to explain that comic book in this one. That's how you write an awesome Star Wars story. And unfortunately, there's only but so much you could do with Darth Maul. That was the perfect Darth Maul story. Why? Because he wasn't meant to be anything more than that one particular issue. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame. It's a damned shame, because this is an amazing character by all stretches of the imagination. But unfortunately, there's only you're just extremely limited by what you can do with the character. I don't think there was any purpose in this comic book existing. I cannot recommend buying this comic book. I don't see any purpose in it. There's nothing special about this issue. Nothing in this issue happened that was amazing. There's one guy who could have potentially been a Jedi who was stabbed through the heart and killed by Darth Maul. Maybe we'll find out later on that this guy was, supposed to be the greatest something at some point or another. Who cares? Who cares? It's basically, I looked at him, I was like, oh, so it's Han Solo with the Force instead of luck. Gotcha. I got that. I 100% got that. I have zero doubt in my mind that's exactly where Jody Houser was going with this. I can't say that this comic book could have been better. I can't blame anybody except I can't blame anybody for this comic book not being fun, except the person who said, I need you to make a Darth Maul comic book. And this was a waste of a comic book, and again, no disrespect to anybody who actually worked on this comic book. You did a great job. You did the best you could with what you had. But unfortunately, yeah. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.